Well, hey there, American Farmsteadhers. This is Jenny with the Gramstead Family Farm. And of course, I'm here with Donna from Hazelbell Farm.
Hey, y'all.
And we are back from hurricane prep.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it.
We survived.
Everybody survived the hurricane in our neck of the woods anyways.
Yeah.
But prayers to all of those folks down in South Florida, because there are some people that were just completely devastated by that hurricane.
They're hurting. There's still brand new footage just now coming out a week later, and they are hurting down there. They definitely need our prayers.
Yes, absolutely. So I don't know about y'all, but we put in a ton of work preparing for that storm, but I wasn't sad for 1 second about all the work that we did. And
No, we always say we prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and that's exactly what we got.
That's exactly what we got and exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad thing.
No, and you had a good thing happen after the storm.
Oh, did I? What happened?
Yeah, I rolled up and saw your new addition in the front.
Duh.
Yeah.
Yes, we Hershey's due date was the Tuesday before the hurricane. Hurricane was supposed to hit like Thursday, Friday, so we were on calf watch the whole time. And I think she ended up calving maybe like on that Saturday or something, Friday or Saturday, something like that. And she had a great delivery.
It was a beautiful day.
It was a beautiful
Couldn't
day.
have picked better weather.
No, it was not hot. The sun was shining.
Yeah.
She calved right in the middle of the day, right out in the front pasture, and
you got to see it.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I was there for all of it, and of course I've got it on video. So
Yay!
I got to put that together and get it up on the YouTube channel. So
very cool.
Because that's always fun. I mean, watching birth videos.
It never gets old.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. I mean, seeing it in real life, it never gets old. But I'll watch a birth video every time I come across it.
That's right. So she had a little heifer, and the little heifer looks exactly like baby Ruth. I mean, they look almost identical.
Which they have the same sire?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
They do. So
those two lovebirds make cute babies.
Yes, they do. But he's gone now, so that'll be the last calf that we get out of him.
Okay.
They've got a Beefmaster bull over there now who is super handsome. Yes, he is a good-looking bull. But we have our own bull now, so you know.
Yeah.
But that should be interesting combination. My big black Angus, and Hershey's large. She's tall. She's a big cow. And, then we have our miniature Aberdeen Angus. So it should be fun to watch.
I think he can get the job done.
He might need a step stool.
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. So speaking of that, I'm a little bit worried about, I had my adult sheep and my young Jane sheep sharing a fence line.
Okay.
And little Jane, she's being a hussy, and she's teasing up and down the fence. But that's just the way I needed to have them during the storm, so that everybody could have shelter. And I hope, I saw him trying to get her through a gate. I hope it didn't happen. I don't think it happened, because she showed more signs of heat since then. So I think I'm hoping all is well. I feel like worst case, the problem, I'm new to sheep, so if I'm wrong, y'all can let me know.
Right.
But like the reason that we even have that ram is because his mama was bred young. And so she was about a year old when she lambed him, and she wanted to mother him, but she just didn't make milk. And the breeder said that's because of her age.
Oh, okay.
So if that happens, then I will have Jersey milk, and I will
you'll just have
do
bottle,
just like
baby.
I raised him. Yeah. People think that's so fun to have bottle babies, and it is one time.
Yeah.
And then it's not.
Right.
So, that was our cautionary tale of where there's a will, there's a way.
Yes. Well, that kind of leads us into what we're talking about today, because if there's a will, there's a way. Hopefully, Big Mama will get bred by our new boar.
Yeah, so we're talking pigs.
Yes, we're talking pigs today. Another animal that can be considered small scale protein.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need acres and acres of grass to
No.
raise them, so definitely can be considered small scale.
Yeah.
You can't get away with them in some subdivisions with your HOA, and we actually have raised pigs where we were deed restricted to have no swine and didn't even realize it.
Oh, really?
I mean, in the area we were at, nobody cared. It was really a live and let live kind of an area, but yeah, I didn't realize that we carried those deed restrictions, so no swine.
Okay.
And that is often one that's included. So if you're looking for land out there, make sure you know what you're up against. And even if you come across something like that, kind of get a feel for the neighborhood and how the neighbors might react to something like that. So
yeah.
So pigs.
Yeah, pigs. We personally like keeping pigs. There have been times where we didn't have any pigs on site, and it's always kind of a nice thing to see them go when they're large, but then once they're gone, I miss them. Immediately. Like,
not because I fall in love with them.
No,
but because I feel like I'm being wasteful without them.
Yes, yeah, because they are the consumer of all things.
All things, yeah. So anything. So we have a mutual friend who just finished a pig. She picked up this pig for I don't know, some kind of deal, and raised her by herself, and she fed her skimmed milk. She raises goats, fed her skimmed milk, garden produce scraps, kitchen scraps, a little bit of grain.
Okay.
But that pig, she ended up putting in the freezer, a decent sized pig, and she paid to have it processed. And after all of her expenses, she figured about $1.50 a pound.
Very nice.
Very nice. And the pork is beautiful.
It's
nice. Gorgeous pork. So it finally has me on the yep, we're ready for pigs again after moving. So
yeah. It's a great meat source. They grow out relatively quick. In a year's time, if you're feeding the pig right, you can definitely. And sometimes even before that, some breeds are known to grow out more, closer to 6 to 8 months.
Oh yeah.
We personally have never grown out a pig that quick. Ours usually take about a year.
We have, but they've been it depends on your breed a lot of times. And they have been breeds that are grown commercially for fast grow out, where that your bottom line, your dollar is what matters the most. And those aren't the best flavored meats,
it's more of the white meat pork.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can do that. You can certainly do that. And a lot of people may prefer that because that's what they're used to buying at the grocery store. Yeah. We don't prefer that. We like to get a nice red meat pork. And that's what this mutual friend has grown. And when she sent me her pictures of her pork chops, I showed them to Eric right away. I was like, we're getting these pigs. I don't really, it's not up for discussion. We're getting them.
What breed did she have?
Old Spots.
An Old Spot, yeah. We've done a couple of Old Spots. How did she do on her bacon?
She had a friend do her bacon. So when she put in the butcher order, she just asked for the whole pork belly to come back.
Okay.
And so it comes back rolled up and packaged. And she took it to a friend who has a little more experience than she has on curing and smoking. And she's very excited about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've heard about the Old Spots is they're not a huge pork belly type of a pig.
Okay.
That the pork belly sections are usually a little bit smaller on the Old Spots. And this is per a butcher told me this. I mean, you will get some bacon on them, don't get me wrong. And we got great bacon off of ours. But, different breeds are known to give more or less of certain things.
Right. We should talk about that.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of different breeds of pigs, first of all, you've got your breeds that are going to give you the white meat. Then you've got your breeds that are going to give you more of the dark meat. Some pigs, and actually kind of a lot of homesteaders lean towards the lard pigs.
Right.
Which is a smaller breed of pig. They take a little bit longer to grow out, but
you get a lot of good fat off of them.
Yes.
And there's definitely a place for them.
Yes.
You get a lot less meat off of them.
Yes, you do. You get a lot less meat off them. They are not known for their bacon at all. But you will get some great roasts off of them and stuff like that. And lots of lard. I mean, like if you love cooking with lard.
And we do. We do at our house.
Yeah.
In fact, I forgot how much we loved cooking with it, and we haven't been raising hogs since it's been a year and a half now that we moved. So Hurricane Ian prep was a race for cleaning out freezers. And one of the things that I discovered in the bottom of a freezer was, hey, look at all that pork fat I had from a lard pig.
Okay.
And actually, we had butchered them together at our place. Before, like when we were transitioning in our move, we bought the farm with all these pigs, and so we had the lard pigs there. They were American guinea hogs.
Yes, when we had a girls' day and butchered pigs.
We did. So most would go for manicures and lattes.
Not us. We get together to butcher pigs.
We got sunburned and bacon. So they were American guinea hogs. There was some potbelly in there. I think we had some crosses going on. And we butchered a bunch of lard pigs. So I had a bunch of fats, stocked away in the bottom of the freezer, and was like, no room for that. Time to render it down.
Yeah.
And I just had lost it in the freezer, honestly. And we were making room with soup bones and all the things that didn't need to be in the freezer.
Yeah.
So now I have rendered lard again, and it's gorgeous, beautiful, pure white, and we're cooking with it, and everything is so tasty.
It is so good.
And it's not like you can buy lard at the grocery store, but it's hydrogenated.
Yes.
And it's just not the same.
It's not the same. Cooking with homemade lard is amazing.
And we're just in
now
time.
I want to make some lard. I've got a bag of fat in my freezer.
You have to. You have to. So
we were kind of saving it for deer season.
Oh, to use in your grind?
Yeah.
Did you ask for your beef fat back from when you took beef to the processor?
No.
You should do that for your deer meat. That's what we started doing. I want my fat.
Yeah.
And I'll use that with our
We usually
venison.
get our pork fat back, but I've never gotten beef fat back.
Yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah.
So I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, real quick on the lard. It's just in time for pie season, and you will not make a better pie crust than using fresh lard.
Nice.
So I'm excited.
I've never tried that before, so.
We do a combo of lard and butter in the pie crust, and it makes it perfect.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so you have your lard pigs, you have your more meaty pigs, and then everything in between. So some of those pigs take longer to grow out. You have heritage breeds, and those are the ones that are, and you get a redder meat out of them because their meat is just more, it's oxygenated. And I've read some stories, I want to say from Joel Salatin maybe, where I don't know if it's his dad or him or a friend, somebody learned that he kept his pigs in a pen. Somebody kept their pigs in a pen. This is my horrible storytelling. And in order to get a redder pork, he put their feeders up on a ledge. So the pigs had to jump up to the ledge. And so that gave them the exercise they needed to oxygenate and the red blood cells to the meat and all of that. So if you don't have a big space and you have to pen them, that's an option.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
It
was very, I wish I could really give credit to where I heard that. It has something to do with Joel Salatin. So,
yeah, us personally, so let's back up. I guess step number one, for people that are interested in pigs is research your breeds. Figure out what your family likes. What are you going for to help you kind of narrow down what kind of breed. Us personally, we have never really stuck with one particular breed. Like every time we get pigs, we try a different one, But for the first time ever, we are now the proud owners of a Berkshire boar. So everything will be half Berkshire from now on.
Yay. Well, and that's something I want to bring in because I want to do the old spots, but I'd like to do an old spot Bert cross. So we'll have to collaborate on that.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Yes, mine will end up being a Berkshire Hampshire cross. So Hampshire leans a little more towards the white meat, but they're not as white as like a Yorkshire.
Right. And they're a faster grow out.
They are a very fast grow out.
Right.
And they get big.
Yeah. And so these are all genes that you're considering.
Yes.
That you're carrying forward. You want the best of the Hampshire and you want the best of the Berkshire.
Yeah.
So talk about the Berk a little bit.
Yeah, so the Berkshire is definitely I feel like Berkshire is like the standard in red meat pork.
Yeah, they're good.
You know,
They're good.
I really do. And we were really sitting on the fence on whether or not we wanted to get a boar, if we wanted to AI our sow, if we wanted to butcher her and not have, piglets born on the farm anymore. And, I've really been sitting on the fence about it for a while. And one day, just across the Facebook, here comes this Berkshire boar, and I messaged them. And they were like 15 minutes down the road from us.
That's how it happens.
I know. And she only wanted $100 for him.
What?
I know. And I was like, what? Okay, hold on. I'll be right there.
I'll drop what I'm doing. Yeah.
So we have him now, and he's a little rambunctious. I'm pretty convinced that if he wanted to jump the fence, that he could jump the fence. He's got some energy to him.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and he's young. I mean, he's just over a year old. So,
Okay.
I think with age, he'll probably chill out a little bit. But he seems nice anyway. So,
Yeah. They're a good temperament. That's another thing to consider too.
temperament. Yes. Temperament is key because, pigs get large. You don't want any large animal that doesn't have a good temperament.
Right.
And we have had pigs that have not had good temperaments that we have decided to just send to the butcher for that sole purpose, for that reason. So,
Kind of like cows we've talked about in the past,
Yeah.
I'm sure, that we don't keep crazy.
yeah.
We don't keep crazy animals that can hurt us.
No. We had one particular sow who bit me. She bit Tori. And
I mean, if you had a kid over who didn't know better and got in the pen,
Right.
that could be disastrous.
yeah, it absolutely could. So she went to the butcher for sure.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest thing, since we're talking about rambunctious pigs here, I think the biggest thing with pigs is their area, their setup.
And that's when I think the biggest thing people have to consider, that's what they're asking. Like, how do I start? Like, what do they need? How do I house them? Do they need a lot of space?
Pigs don't have to have a lot of space. We, however, like our pig pens to be big, but we have the space to do that. So, pigs are, they're actually a very clean animal. And if you give them a pig pen big enough, they will pick one particular spot to go to the bathroom in. They don't do it all over the pen.
Right.
Which is nice. It makes for an easier clean out.
Yep.
And you know where not to walk when you go in the pig pen.
Right. And you can also train them to use that section by not putting their food over there. So if you put their food somewhere else, if you put their food by the door that you're going in and out of, then they won't use the bathroom there.
Yeah.
So that's helpful.
Yeah. So we prefer a nice big pig pen, and it gives them an area to run around. You know, we like them
be
to be pigs. Go root around and run around, and they do like to play. You know, they'll chase each other, and they're a lot of fun.
Our neighbors in front of us right now, they have two young, or maybe not young is the right word, but small goats, like dwarf goats or pygmies or something like that. And they have raised pigs in the past for meat in a pen. And now they have these two young pigs they recently got. And they're just running around like a half-acre size enclosure with the goats.
Nice.
And so they're like all the same size. And they all run around together. It's really cute. It's so cute. And I thought, I bet I can put my pigs in my front field, and I bet they'd be fine. They'd have enough space that they wouldn't feel a need to try to get out.
Right.
You know, I've got this where all the live oaks are. I've got lots of acorns there, and
they love the
acorns. That's great for finishing them on.
Yes, they love the acorns.
Yeah, so I'm opening Eric's mind up a little bit more to they don't have to be in a pen, because that's the only way he's ever raised pigs was in a pen.
Right.
And we've done like bigger pens, smaller pens, but always a pen.
Yeah.
And even we might like bring them out, but put them back. And so he's having a hard time with, they can like run the half acre, you know, and they're fine. They're not getting out.
Right.
So
what type of fencing would you go with if you were to do that?
Well, we currently have like goat fencing, the 2x4 woven wire, all the way around, and then one side has some board fence, which is really just for aesthetic reasons.
Right. Right.
It's not necessary, but if I had large pigs, I would probably want to run a strand of hot wire at the bottom.
Yes.
Because I know they respect it.
They really do.
Yeah.
Pigs work really well with hot wire. I mean, and honestly, if you don't have hot wire on your pig enclosure or your pig pen or your pig pasture or whatever, eventually they are going to root under a fence.
Right.
They just are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what they do. So, on my farm, electric is a must for pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know at what point we would need to do that.
The one strand works great though.
Right.
You know, because you have that electric hog netting that you let us borrow, and that works great until they root up a bunch of dirt on it, and they're gonna
it shorts it out.
and it shorts it out. So after I gave your fence back, I ran just one strand. You know, it's probably like about
6 to 8 inches off the ground.
Probably about 8 inches off the ground, and as long as they don't mess it up, they respect that hot wire, and it's just one strand, and it will save your fences.
Right. Now, and if it does short out, like if a limb falls on it or they root some dirt up on it or something, they will know it.
They know it. I don't know if
they're very smart.
Yeah, they're very smart. I don't know if they can sense that it's not pulsing anymore like it should, or if they just know.
They know. I mean, anytime we've ever had a short in wire,
they know.
They know.
And that's another thing that you have to consider with the pigs. Like, I mean, pigs are pretty easy, but you have to check on them. You know, you oftentimes have to get into the pen with them and walk around and make sure your wires are good. Make sure nothing's on it. They haven't, you know, a tree didn't fall on it or whatever.
Well, and they're kind of, they're curious little creatures,
they are.
And because they are smart and they are curious and they kind of want to explore, like they'll cause a little mishap here and there, like with water or, like we had pigs once that we had on an automatic waterer. We usually put everything on an auto water. But this particular one was a barrel style waterer with the little nipple on the bottom. And, you know, they just tear it off just for funsies.
Right.
Just because.
Just because they need something to do.
Yeah. Or, and then drain it and then they can push the barrel around. And,
yes.
So there's that fun. Or they make a nice mud pit with it. So,
yeah. I mean, and yes, they definitely will make a mud pit out of their water. I mean, we have like a big shallow trough for our pig water, and it has one of the automatic waterers set up on it, and that has to be right by the fence because you can't have too much hose going into your pig pen because the pigs will eat the hose.
They'll chew on it.
They'll chew on it. And so but they also, since that's such a nice big shallow trough, they want to drink the water, but more than that, they want to climb in it and lay in it and bathe in it.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you're constantly getting dirt in there. So I would say every couple of weeks, we've got enough dirt in the bottom of that where we got to flip it,
clean it out,
rinse it,
and it smells yummy.
Yeah.
So people have heard, sweating like a pig, the phrase sweating like a pig. Well, the truth is that pigs don't sweat.
They do not.
And so they need that wallow. They need something. One thing we've done before is we kept breeder pigs on concrete. Mm-hmm. Say what you will about it. It worked in our situation that we were at the time. And so there's no wallow to be had. So we gave them a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
And that worked out. We've done it where we've kept misters on them in the hottest part of the summer, and that worked well too.
I have a mister running in our pig pen right now.
Yeah.
Kind of a homemade mister, meaning I went and stabbed a hose so it just sprayed out into their pig pen.
Oh, you did that on purpose? Because we don't have a single hose that doesn't have a stab hole in it.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So, but they love it and they need it.
They do need it.
They do need it. It keeps them nice and cool. So, the pig water is definitely one of the pig challenges.
Mm-hmm. They like to flip it over.
They love to flip it over. Yeah. But I have found, if you do a big enough trough, they can't flip it over.
Okay.
And we always keep their water on pallets too. I really find that helps. It helps keep it level.
Okay.
So your automatic waterer thing works correctly.
Okay.
They just don't root under it as much for whatever reason, but
my favorite thing to do for pigs has been we use it's a small bowl style auto waterer. Okay. So they're not getting in it. It's the size of a little dog bowl. Okay. And it doesn't have a nipple that they bite on to get water because sometimes they get a little excited about it and bite it off, like I said. Yeah. But it has what's the word I'm looking for? I don't they push their nose against the back of it. Okay. And it works like a float would work. Okay. So water comes out, they can drink it up in the bowl. And that's great most of the time, unless they try to stand on it or something, and then they break the pipe it's connected to. That does happen. That has happened. Because they're like having toddlers, man. Aren't they?
It is. Yeah, it's exactly.
So imagine leaving your toddlers in a pen with mud and water, and what would they get into? What would they do?
Right. That's exactly what a pig's going to do.
That's what they do. But those little waterers work really well as long as they have a place to get in the water. So then we would also use a kiddie pool or a barrel cut lengthwise in half.
Yep.
Or just go out there and turn the water hose to the ground where they can wallow.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that we bought our sow from, he has just a huge area. I mean, it's a giant area that he keeps all of his pigs in. And up towards the front of it, he dug a huge hole. And I mean, it's probably 12 feet wide, a big 12-foot wide circle, basically. And it's a couple feet deep. And he has a metal pipe that has a hose running in it, and the pipe bends up in the air and it goes right over the fence over that hole, and he can turn the water on. And
it's like a shower.
It's like a little shower, and it goes right into this area that he dug out, and he'll just turn it on occasionally. That's and all the pigs will run to it. I'm like, I really want one of those for my pigs.
That's cool. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
Because they need that mud.
Yeah.
So
they do.
So yeah, I mean, pigs can be a lot of work, but they're worth it, and we always go back to them.
We do too. Eric always hates when we raise pigs. I don't know why. I think because he raised pigs when he was a kid, and it was like a job,
right?
And and because they do cause issues that have to be dealt with.
They do.
They're a little problematic at times, and they have probably been over the years the number one animal that. Hey, babe, I need you to help me fill in the blank.
Yeah.
With the pigs. Yeah. Or because of the pigs. Or because I'm getting pigs. Yeah. The other thing is Austin's going to do a show pig this year. Okay. And so that'll be coming up here in the next month or so that we'll get his show pig. And raising that is completely different than raising ours. It'll have its own space. But, yeah, so he's open to it now.
Very good.
So... Funny what kids do to us.
I know. Yeah. So let's see here. Pig food. Mm-hmm. Yes,
everything.
Yeah, Yeah, they eat everything.
That's the short answer.
They eat everything.
Yeah.
Although I don't give mine meat.
I do.
On the regular. I mean, like if I have a little bit, I mean, meat usually just goes to our dogs, you know. But
we have even raised pigs right next to meat chickens. And when we cleaned our meat chickens, we fed all of the waste to the pigs.
they will eat a chicken. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I didn't have any problem with that. People I knew questioned my sanity. Like, this is okay though. In the wild, if a pig comes across dead animal, they're going to give it a taste. So, yeah, we did that. What else?
But when I am I mean, we do buy a lot of feed for our pigs. They definitely, the majority of our pigs' diet is a commercial pig feed. When they're young, they get hog grower. As they get older, they get the hog feed that has the lesser protein. And then I even start cutting out with corn. My pigs right now are actually eating just straight cracked corn. But we soak it and ferment it.
Right.
Yes, which with any animal, although cows, we don't do it with the cows, but with chickens and pigs, fermenting and soaking your feed saves you a good bit of money. And it's better for the animal too. You know, it really starts to kind of break down that feed, especially something like corn. It's not a very digestible thing.
Right.
So, you know, fermenting helps to break it down so they can soak it in a little bit better.
Yeah, and you end up going through less that way.
Yeah.
Per feeding because they're taking more of the nutrients in.
Yeah, and you're not losing feed to the ground as easy, especially.
You mean because it's wet?
Yes,
right.
Especially like some of the commercial hog growers, they're so powdery. You know, if that gets in the dirt,
it's gone.
It's gone. It's done. But if that feed is soaked, it's more like an oatmeal. You know,
they're more likely to
eat it and take it in. So. I'm a huge believer in soaking their feed.
I like it. Yeah. We've done it for the cows too, but, and I know that's not the topic, but the thing about cows is that they ferment their feed themselves. If you've never smelled cow breath, it's quite fermented.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of gross. But yeah, we've done that for pigs as well. I'm so excited to get pigs again.
Yeah.
By the time I finally do get them, it'll be a full 2 years just about that we've had pigs. Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm pretty excited. We've researched breeds extensively, and just like you guys, in the past, it's kind of been like, well, what's available, what comes across.
What can we find?
Yeah, it's not been like we got to have this breed. We raised Berkshires before, and we were excited to have that when they were available. But now this is the first time that I'm going and saying, I want this breed. I'm getting the right thing for me for now. This is a plan.
Yes, a plan.
What?
Wait, for today.
So you want to talk about plans? Because that's a surefire way to make them change.
Yes. So yeah, we had this big plan for our pigs because we had 2 sows. One of the sows was the one that had a whole slew of piglets about a year and a half ago, and we ended up with one of those piglets. Ended up just staying because she would never get in the darn trailer to go to the butcher.
Oh, right.
Right. And so that's how we ended up with 2 sows because the one was so stubborn, she didn't want to go nowhere. And so she's a year and a half now. And actually, the weekend that we were prepping for the hurricane was the weekend that we were supposed to butcher her. We were just going to dispatch her here on site, hang her in the walk-in cooler for a week or so. And we were just going to do all the cuts ourselves. And then the threat of this hurricane came, and we're like, wait a second.
What if we have no power?
Right, we're going to lose power. We can't have a pig hanging in the walk-in cooler and not have any power and have to worry about that and blah, you know.
So she got a stay of execution.
Yeah. So she got a stay of execution. And The sows we have 2 different pig pens, which is another point that I'll bring up, is I like to have 2 different pig pens. It is nice to be able to move them if you need to. Not that I move my pigs a whole lot. I know some people like move their pigs and rotate them and pasture them. That's not our operation right now. We're not set up to do that with pigs. But we do have 2 pig pens. Whenever one gets really bare and run down and the fences are starting to be a little janky, we'll move them. Let that one pig pen grow back up,
right,
and give them some vegetation. That way when they go back, they've got lots of greenery to eat. But so the sows were in the biggest pig pen, and I had on a whim went and picked up that boar. So the boar went into the other pig pen. Well, the sow pig pen is the one that floods really bad whenever a flood is potentially going to happen. And I didn't want to have to worry about moving pigs in the middle of a hurricane or in the middle of a flood. And so I'm like, no, we just need to do this before. That way it's done. We don't have to worry about it. So the sow who got her stay of execution, got moved over into the boar pen so she wouldn't drown in a flood.
Well, if your options are like, let her be bred or let her drown. I mean,
and literally within 12 hours, that boar had her bred.
I wonder, I don't know about this at all, but with cows and goats, I know if you put your cows and your heifers together with a bull, and you're not seeing them cycling with their heat cycles, that a bull will, they quote unquote say, will bring them in.
Bring them into
and
heat.
There's something with pheromones and hormones and all of
Yes.
that happens. And so I wonder if that is the case with pigs.
Yes. So, I think she was very quickly brought into heat as soon as she got into that boar pen.
Because we talked about that, you and I. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but it was well, what are the chances that it's going to be the day she's in heat?
Right. Well, it happened. And that boar was on her for 2 straight days.
Oh, gosh.
And they stay in standing heat for about 2 days.
Okay.
So
okay.
She's now bred. And so we're really waiting on him to breed Big Mama. But Big Mama is so much bigger than him. That will be kind of the same situation with our bull. Is this boar going to be able to pull it off?
He might need a stool. He might need a step stool.
So now we're okay, well, maybe we'll just keep her and let her have her litter of piglets and just sell all the piglets. And piglets are so much fun to have, I might add.
They are, until they get a certain size. Then you're ready to sell them.
Yes.
It's time to be gone.
Yes, it's time to be gone once they get to a certain size. And we really had a lot of fun the last time we had 2 sows and we had, I think, 19 piglets. And that was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Until it was time to sell them.
Yeah.
And then we had to, it's time to learn how to castrate all these piglets. So we ended up having to castrate, I think 11 of them were boys. But it went really well.
That's something to mention real quick, though. If
Yes.
you're going to raise boys for meat, you definitely want to castrate them.
You definitely want to castrate them. I've had people tell me, oh, it doesn't matter. We raise our boys and just butcher them young. No.
It matters.
It matters.
If you've ever had boar tainted meat, you know it matters.
Oh my gosh.
It's a horrible, you can't eat it.
No.
It's such a strong odor on the meat.
You can't eat it. And I mean, the first pig that Tori ever shot when he was hunting, a wild pig, was a boar. And we didn't know. It was the first time we had ever done anything like that. And he brought that thing home. And I mean, I pulled up from work out in the front driveway and I could smell it from outside. He was inside cooking it. And I was like, no, no.
I'm not eating that.
No, don't ever cook that in my house again. So bad.
Oh my gosh.
So,
yeah, it is bad. So that
yeah.
is something that you want to consider if you're getting pigs to raise for your meals.
Yes.
That you want castrated boys or girls.
Yes, castrated for sure. On the males for sure. So
look for that. So you mentioned very briefly about you guys, you don't like rotationally graze your pigs. There are some breeds that are better suited for that.
Yes.
Like Kuni pigs are real popular in the homestead world right now.
Yeah, pigs that are not known to root up the ground are the good pigs for pasturing. The pigs that I have are, I would never put them out in my cow pasture.
They would ruin your pasture.
They would ruin my pasture. Yeah. They would have it completely torn up. Yeah. So,
but if that's a situation, like if you have a piece of land that you want that done to, pigs are the perfect. Can put them to work for you. You could move them through your woods. They will clean up all the green. They will dig out like air potatoes. They will they will clean up a section for you, and you can keep moving them along however you need. So.
And we've actually considered putting pigs out in our woods because the terrain is like really uneven.
Right.
And I thought, we could put pigs out there and they would root all that up and kind of level it out a little bit.
Right.
And it would probably be really nice afterwards.
Yeah.
So
it'd give it a light till on the top. That is good. A good idea. If you don't do that, they love green though. They love limbs and hay. Yes. Hay is a great supplement for them. If they're not out in the woods or on grass, you can give them hay. They love it.
They love it.
They grow well with it.
There is nothing that pigs don't love to eat.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like when my friend with the old spot, like if she found a clutch of eggs that had been forgotten by a hen, like they all went to the pigs.
My pigs love
or
eggs.
Poopy eggs, or skimmed milk because she, kept the cream, and then the skimmed milk is kind of nutritionally void. I mean, it's like all carbs.
Yeah.
So it went to the pig. Yeah. And they let the pig turn it into bacon.
Yeah.
So.
Or garden clean out. Yeah. Garden clean out. Pigs are amazing for that. Pull a bunch of old spent crops.
Cow poop.
Really?
They will eat the mess out of some cow poop.
Really?
Yes.
I've never tried that before.
Yeah. I mean, like we drag and we like our poop to go right back into the dirt, especially where we are now. Like we need organic matter. But it's something to think about if you want to run pigs with your cows, you can do that. So research that. That's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
So I mean, I think the family pig is a great idea. If you have a smaller homestead, 1 or 2 pigs, and we always kind of are the thought of, well, if you're going to get 1, you might as well get 2.
Well, and we've talked about that.
They're social.
Yeah, they are social. But that's how you're able to save $1 to put food on your table, is that you raise one for yourselves, for your family, and you raise one for sale.
Yeah.
And maybe you have a friend in a subdivision who can't raise pigs there.
Yeah.
And they're willing to pay for the feed. Yeah. And so they bring the feed, you take care of the animals, you split the butcher costs. That's going to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
Win-win all around.
Yeah. So pigs are a very, very, very good source of protein for the family. It's something that's going to grow out super quick.
Yeah.
They're not super expensive to raise, and they take a little bit of work.
Yeah. Like we said, they're kind of troublemakers sometimes.
But, if you haven't had homemade bacon and homegrown pork chops, you are missing out.
It is completely different than what you're getting at the grocery store. Completely different.
It really is, especially the bacon.
Yeah, I say especially the pork chops.
And then the sausage.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I love this. I love going to the butcher. Although our next pig we'll probably do here ourselves, but the one thing I do like about taking a whole pig to the butcher is all the different options they give you for your sausages.
Right.
They'll have like 12 different flavors you can choose from, and you can do links or patties or ground, or you can put cheese in them, or, it's just amazing.
Yeah. It's nice to fill the freezer.
And my kids have always enjoyed having pigs around too.
It's a great project for kids. In fact, that's one of the first things that my kids did for $1 was they sold baby pigs.
Okay.
We let them keep a pair together and let them breed, and they sold piglets. And that was good. That was a good thing for them. And, like I said, now our youngest son, he's in FFA at the school, and he's going to show a pig. So that's going to be his responsibility. Like I told him, I'm not dealing with your pig. You feed the pig, you buy the pig feed, because he's going to keep the money when he sells it.
Right.
So,
and if you expect to keep that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's his responsibility.
Yeah.
So
I figure in about 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, I'll have a bunch of piglets.
Cool.
Because they're so fast.
They are fast.
Like, who in the heck can have 10 babies in 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days?
I know, in 4 months. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy. So it's a really quick turnaround.
It is a quick turnaround. It's another good, we say small scale protein. I mean, it's not quail small, but it is smaller than, like we said, raising cows.
It is smaller, because ideally, if you're talking about butchering around like 8 months old, the pig's probably going to be, depending upon the breed, maybe about 200 pounds. So it's not like a cow.
Right, and it's something that you can learn to butcher on your own as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very doable.
Yep.
So, I'm a fan.
We hope we talked you guys into getting some pigs. Everybody should. Everybody should. There's another breed that's getting popular in our small world, the Mechans.
Yes.
They're so cute, though.
They are adorable.
Aren't they cute? They're the babies. They look like baby elephants. They're so cute. They're wrinkly, and I think they're like a cross between a lard and a meat pig, I think. I don't know a lot about them, but I may be doing some more research here soon.
Yeah.
Thinking about that too.
Yeah.
I'd like to keep both. I'd like some lard pig and some meat pig.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for us, we're all about the meat pig. Just for the sheer volume of meat you get back and bacon that you get back. And Tori, too, always talks me out of the other breeds because of how long they take to grow out.
They do.
He doesn't want to try to keep a pig for 2 years.
Right. Like the guinea hogs.
Yeah.
Or the coonies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
they really come into their prime as far as your best meat at like 2 to 3 years. So that's a long time. It's a long turnover.
That's a long turnover.
Yeah.
So not for us.
No.
But some people love them and do amazing things with them.
Yep.
So they definitely have their place.
Definitely so.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, we're still not sure on a schedule. So we'll see you when we see you.
Schedule.
Yeah. Or like even a topic schedule. That's just not us. We decided. So we'll talk to you sometime about something farmstead related.
That's right.
So go farm like a girl.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.